Good afternoon to all. I welcome you all for this 29th annual general meeting of SWELECT Energy Systems Limited. I now request our chairman to proceed the meeting.
Thank you, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure in welcoming you to this 29th annual general meeting of SWELECT Energy Systems Limited. The requisite forum being present, I now call the meeting to order. Let me introduce the directors and the key management personnel of the company. Executive directors, Sri Cherlappan, Managing Director, Sri Balan, Joint Managing Director, Sri K.V. Nachepan, Full-Time Director, Sri V.C. Raghunath, Full-Time Director, Sri V.C. Mirnolari, Full-Time Director. Independent Directors, Sri G.S. Samuel, Dr. S. Sinian, Dr. M. Ravi. Non-Executive Director, Ms. Jayashree Nachepan. Key managerial personnel, Ms. R. Nikila, CFO, Mr. R. Satish Kumar, Company Secretary. I would like to inform the members that authorized representatives of the statutory auditors, Mrs. Deloitte Haskins, Chartered Accountants, Secretariat Auditor Mr. R. Kannan, Auditor KRA Associates, Internal Auditor S.K. Ram and Associates, and the Scrutinizer Mr. P. Murthy are present here in the meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, the Register of Directors, key managerial personnel, directors, shareholders, shareholding and the register of contracts, and the arrangements in which the directors and the KMPs are interested, maintained by the company, in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, are made available in the website. And members may view the same during the continuance of this meeting after login by using their user ID and password. Notice of AGM for convening the 29th annual general meeting, along with a copy of the annual report for the financial year ended 30th March 2024, already been circulated through email to those members whose email addresses are registered in the depository participants or companies register and transfer agents, Cameo Corporate Services Limited. The requirement of sending physical copies of the notice of the AGM and the annual report for the financial year 23-24 has been dispensed with by the circulars issued by MCA and the SEBI. However, as per SEBI circular, if any member asks for a hard copy of the annual report, the company shall arrange the same. Accordingly, the physical copies of the notice and the annual report were dispatched to a few shareholders based on their request. The notice of 29th AGM is taken as read. The auditor's report on the financial statements of the company for the financial year ending 31st March 2024 does not have any qualifications or observations or comments on financial transactions or matters having any adverse effect on the functioning of the company. Auditors have given a clean report and the same has been circulated to the members of the company. Auditor's report is taken as read. The secretarial audit report for the financial year ended 31st March 2024 has no qualification or observation or comments. E-voting. In accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, and amended rules, the company had provided remote electronic voting facility on the Central Depository Services Limited e-voting platform for transferring the businesses contained in the notice to all the shareholders of the company as on the cut-off date of 22nd July 2024. The remote e-voting period commenced on 25th July 24 and ended on 28th July 24. The remote e-voting module was disabled by CDSL thereafter. The Board of Directors had appointed Mrs. P. Iswaramurthy and Company company secretaries are the scrutinizers for conducting the voting process in a fair and transparent manner for the remote e-voting as well as for the voting during the annual general meeting. Now I request the company secretary to proceed with the agenda for voting.
Dear shareholders, the members as on the cutoff date, that is 22nd July 2024, who did not cast their vote through remote e-voting may cast their vote during this meeting, and the members who have voted through remote e-voting cannot vote again by e-voting during the meeting. The e-voting platform of CDSL, www.evotingindia.com, and the NSDL, www.eservices.nsdl.com will be available for e-voting by members until end of this meeting. Following subject matter of the resolutions are proposed in the notice. Resolution number 1, ordinary resolution, adoption of the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31, 2024. The reports of Board of Directors and auditors thereon. Resolution number 2, ordinary resolution, declaration of final dividend and special dividend. Resolution number 3, ordinary resolution, appointment of Mr. K.V. Nachiappan, N 0017182, as a director liable to retire by rotation. Resolution number 4, ordinary resolution, appointment of Mr. S. Nachiappan, N 03173327, as a director liable to retire by rotation. Special business item 5, special resolution, reappointment of Mr. V.C. Raghunath, N 00703922, as a full-time director of the company. Item number 6, special resolution, revision of remuneration of Mr. R. SWELECT, N 00169958, managing director of the company. Resolution number 7, special resolution, reappointment of Mr. R. SWELECT, N 00169958, as managing director of the company for a period of 5 years. Resolution number 8, special resolution, revision of remuneration to Mr. A. Balan, N 00017091, full-time director, joint managing director of the company. Item number 9, special resolution, revision of remuneration to Mr. K.V. Nachiappan, N 00171182, full-time director of the company. Item number 10, ordinary resolution, ratification of remuneration of cost auditors. Item number 11, special resolution, approval for the borrowing powers of the company. Item number 12, special resolution, authorization to create charge on properties of the company, both present and future. Item number 13, ordinary resolution, approval of material related by transaction with SWELECT Sustainable Energy Private Limited. The link for e-voting is already enabled, and now I request the shareholders to cast their vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, I thank you for sparing your valuable time and for patiently listening to me. Now I request Mr. R. Chellappan, our Managing Director, to address the shareholders regarding the performance of the company for the financial year 23-24.
Thank you, Chairman. A very good afternoon to all our respected investors, Board of Directors, and friends, and our dear investors. As you all know, India is definitely gearing up for the next stage of going green by encouraging the solar program, wind energy, also the energy storage for various applications in order to achieve net zero for various industrial requirements and the carbon border adjustment mechanism. Also, India is gearing up for the ESG compliance. So when such a nice avenue is available for SWELECT energy systems, SWELECT is gearing up towards supporting the industries, supporting all of our country requirements to achieve the net zero requirements. As a company, as you all know, we have 40 years of history so far. We were leaders in the UPS power systems until 2012, and post which we acquired solar manufacturing business, and then we have recently expanded our facility to 1 gigawatt capacity from the standpoint of damper stringer and front-end operations. And the complete line has a 700 megawatt capacity, that is annual capacity. And thanks to MNRE's ALMM auditors audit, the real-time audit in the facility, we are granted a 627 megawatt listing by the ALMM. And as you all know, ALMM means approved list of module manufacturers. So that gives us elevated platform compared to the previous years in order to achieve our higher module production and module sales. So this is going to be supported by our product division, which is also established in Salem with 6 tracks of cold roll forming systems for the mounting racks, the array combiner boxes, intelligent array combiners, and intelligent monitoring solutions, etc. As a leading products company, your company also has a very good way forward to reach the market by enhancing the distribution business, improving the rooftop opportunity, and also building EPC complete turnkey solutions for our valuable customers. While these 3 markets are going to add to our top line, the 4th avenue is very important avenue, that is our IPP, where we are a independent power producer and we sell power to various corporate world, mainly C&I and also the PSUs. As you all know, we are supplying our power to aviation industry, Airport Authority of India, leading dairy companies, healthcare, and a lot of other MNCs. Some of the MNCs include Amazon, McKinsey, Westin Hotels, and so on, and some universities, etc. This is going to be an avenue for us to enhance further. So that way we are going to build our solar assets to a large scale going forward. So at this point, I request our CFO to just give you a summary of financial highlights, a short presentation, after which I will again reconnect with you to continue my address. Thank you so much, and over to Ms. Nikhila, our CFO. Yes, sir. So you are taking a few minutes time because CDSL has to run the PowerPoint presentation. So we request you to kindly wait for a couple of minutes. Thank you. Slideshow. We can go on slideshow. Slideshow. We can continue like this. So is our screen visible? Can some of our investors, our respected shareholders can confirm it? Is our slide visible?
It's visible. It's visible.
Okay. So please wait for a minute. Yes, please take it.
Sorry for the technical snag. A very good afternoon to our beloved shareholders and investors. We welcome you all to the 29th Annual General Meeting of SWELECT Energy Systems Limited. We are excited to share our achievements and financial performance with our valued shareholders and investors. Just a small note, our company, as you're aware, is a leading provider of cutting-edge solar energy solutions, committing to driving the transition to a sustainable future. Today's agenda includes a review of the past year financial highlights and a small note on the future. Starting with the financial performance, we have achieved a 4% year-on-year increase in income, totaling to a INR 280 million. Our net profit margin has increased by 87.71%, demonstrating the strength of our business model. We have delivered a 7% return on investment, meeting the shareholders' expectations. Some of the financial highlights during the year: we have successfully become a 1,000 crore market cap company with a 200+ crore increase in our assets. We have seen an 8x growth in the EPS and a PAT of 63 crores with an EBITDA of 120 crores. We are very pleased to inform that we have declared rupee 4 per share dividend this year. A small snapshot on the standalone revenues achieved by each of our entity of the group, starting with SESL, SWELECT Energy, Amex, SHPV, our international subsidiaries Singapore and US, and our other IPPs. As you can see, we have had a substantial growth in the revenue. However, these numbers have to be seen without elimination. Touching upon the market overview, we have seen that the global demand for the solar energy has continued to grow, driven by the net zero commitments, initiatives, increased environmental awareness, and thrust by the various governments. Despite the competitive landscape, we have seen repeat and also new customer market, which is a definite kudos to our superior quality products and services. Emerging technologies, regulatory changes, ESG compliance, potential supply chain disruptions present both opportunities and challenges for our company. Moving on to a small note on the impact of sale of our foundry division. Effective 26 July 2024, we have gotten 100% of the funds from the sale of our foundry division. We have seen a very good return on the investment of over 16 crores on the investment. On this sale, our company has effectively moved completely into the renewable energy segment with a focus on expansion. Some of our future plans, we plan on increasing the manufacturing capacity to meet the growing demands of the products. We also continue to invest in R&D to create innovative solar solutions, including energy storage systems and hybrid forms of energy. We also look to explore different opportunities into newer emerging markets, including the commercial and industrial segments. Thank you all for your time and your continued support. We are very excited about the future and look forward to continue delivering sustainable growth and value to our shareholders. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nikla. And once again, a warm welcome to our respected investors. To continue from where the financial highlights were presented to you, if you look at our company has been retaining our position as a very strong manufacturing company and also customer-centric company with regards to deploying rooftops and EPC contracts. And also as a steady revenue stream focus, we are a very leading IPP company. This kind of a very strong and really a 360-degree approach. SWELECT commands a position as a leading solar provider. And also we are having a very good futuristic approach to the market in terms of developing ourselves to provide 24/7, we call it round the clock, green energy to the enterprises. This is very important agenda for us, and that is where the future of the industry is. So that will be presented by my colleagues, Mr. Balan, Mr. Nachiyappan, Mr. Raghunath, Ms. Mrinalini, and the team. So they are going to present how the company has been performing, what's been our growth so far in terms of capacity addition, and also they are going to talk about how are we going to look at the manufacturing strength and going global. And the complete team is fully charged. I would say the team is fully charged to take the company to the higher level of turnover and improved performance. So with this, I thank all our respected investors, our stakeholders, for remaining with numeric in the past and continuing with the SWELECT currently. And for those who are new shareholders entered into the shareholding of SWELECT Energy Systems Limited, a very warm welcome. And we request you to continue your very valuable support. And we are here to perform for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Nukul. Good evening to all ladies and gentlemen, our respected chairman, board of directors and shareholders. I extend very warm welcome to all of you for this 29th AGM of SWELECT Energy System. I like to present some key performances of the your company for the benefit of all the participants. I request you to look for the presentation. This program.
See, the participants will be hidden till the presentation is over. Yeah.
Just I would like to show you the key projects and the product sales what we have carried out in the last financial year. There is 22 megawatt of engineering engineering sales projects, which is 22 megawatt added last year, which is now works about 163 megawatt in our portfolio. And then 47 megawatt of EPC projects executed last year, which is what's about 162 megawatt total, and 3 megawatt of rooftop, which is not everything, but it is a larger projects, which is works out totally globally about 80 megawatt. So the total cumulative solar projects executed is 405 megawatt pan India and various locations in India. These are all some pictures of the projects executed in this is in Trichy district, about 103 megawatt. And the next one is in Karur district, where 80 megawatt solar power plant are installed and up and running. Next. This one is about 78 megawatt of solar power plant in Dindigul district. Next one. These are some of the pictures of the rooftop solar power plants. This is very recently commissioned in a solar power plant near Coimbatore. And all solar plants works about 81 megawatt. This is the manufacturing capacity added in our Salem plant. This produces these solar module mounting structures, which is automatic from if you are feeding the raw material sheet in one end, the other end gives you the profiles, whatever you look for, either it is cat sections or C sections or whatever the sections, it is all programmable, and the entire lot gives you accuracy. That means that in a solar power plant, where for over a period, if whatever the size and program what we have fed into for this project, it will remain the same and without any tolerances, within the tolerances, and you can replace it anytime, anywhere. So this gives you faster production, which is reflecting in the our manufacturing turnover of the module mounting structures, which follows in the next slide. This is in what you are seeing is the in pictures, but now this is the in numbers. You will see the last 3 years, the various
turnovers and production in megawatt peak and in value. It is captured here. PV module sales, which is in the revenue from 28 crores, is now increased to 47.12 crores, thanks to our state-of-the-art module manufacturing plant. And in megawatt peak, last year it was 11.6, this year it is 24.55 megawatt. And thanks to our manufacturing capability in the Salem plant, the module mounting structures and accessories in 22-23 it was 16.2 crores, increased to 19.15 crores. And in megawatt capacity, it is 66.8 to 96.96 megawatt. So the latest addition, the module mounting structure new machine will enhance further. We hope it will enhance further in 24-25, and we expect to be produce more module mounting structures to 500 megawatts. This is the EPC project which we year-on-year growth. Last year it is 40.28. 42.5 megawatt peak, and in this year it is 40.28, and in revenue it is 124.6 to 130 crores. Probably we would have crossed this 50 to 55 crores last financial year, but unfortunately because of the elections and then the code of conduct was there, so certain approvals could not be obtained on time. So these are spilled over to the Q1 of this financial year. This is the another vertical where we are talking about our energy sales business, and the energy sales business, as you know, it keeps on increasing thanks to our additional IPP installations from 53.2 crores to 74.16 crores, and now last financial year it is 95.4. And the energy generation in million units, you will see that a great jump from 141 to 197.9 million units. This financial year we expect to add additional plants, and we have at least we expect not less than 250 million units. So we will achieve it without any problem. So with this, I would like to ask my colleague Mr. Nachiyappan to present his slides. Of course, these revenues should be backed by our after-sales support, which and new products, which our my colleague Mr. Nachiyappan will show it to you people.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome once again to the 29th annual general meeting. I have this pleasure this afternoon to present a few slides on the field and services activity for the last financial year. Overall, our performance on the plant side in terms of energy generated has been commendable, with 276 megawatt of plants in terms of capacity, or 67 plants under maintenance and operation by us, with an industry best standard of over 97% uptime maintained in energy sale plants and engineering, procurement and commissioning plants, or customer plants, as you may call it. The performance has been greater than 79% in terms of performance ratio, and over 17% in terms of capacity utilization factor, involving 26 different locations where plants are located in 11 districts throughout Tamil Nadu and in Karnataka. Our team comprising of over 131 employees and a few contract employees really make up the team. Moving on to special projects and key initiatives in line with the company's vision and mission and in line with our MD's message just now. SWELECT is actively focused and your company is prepared for round-the-clock power through energy demand by developing battery energy storage systems, BESS as you might call it. We are happy to share with you that we have received an approval from the DISCOM, local DISCOM called TangentCo for constructing the 500 kilowatt wind solar hybrid plant with energy storage as a proof of concept. The plant is under construction and is expected to be operational by the end of the year. By doing so, we demonstrate the round-the-clock functionality to the market and also to showcase SWELECT as a capable player in this round-the-clock energy player market, which, as we just heard from RMD, the net zero CBAM and the ESG requirements and where the future of the market really lies. SWELECT in overall is getting really prepared and is prepared for meeting all the future of renewable energy. Also, SWELECT is also actively developing alternate green renewable energy solutions, which are under discussions. And that's all from my side, and I thank you for your attention. I pass on this mic to my colleague, Mr. V.C. Raghunath, for his part of the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Respected Chairman, honorable members of the board, and our esteemed investors, ladies and gentlemen, greetings. It gives us immense pleasure in welcome one and all to the 29th Annual General Body Meeting. Today, I would like to brief on the industry highlights. India, as you know, is one of the largest solar market, second only to China. Right now, India has added close to 10 gigawatt of solar projects for the financial year 23-24. Thanks to the current government's very ambitious policies, likely to name ALM, PM Kusum and PLI, which will definitely help us to grow a very robust solar industry. The new financing mechanisms, like most of you will be knowing, the green bonds, the ESG-based fund investments, sophisticated project financing structures will definitely aid in growth of this industry. As you all know, it's a very capex-heavy industry, and it is also a policy-driven industry. So definitely, we believe the government policies, along with the financing mechanisms, should definitely augur well for the growth of this industry. And like my previous speakers, respected MD and respected Nachapan sir were talking about, grid integration and storage is going to be a very important phenomenon, because one, the solar and wind are intermittent sources of renewable energy. So depending on what time they get into the grid or evacuated into the grid, the intermittent nature of this technology can only be supported and aided well with battery storage, because storage offers a lot of functionalities as such, peak shifting and peak shaving and grid stabilization, etc. So thanks to our experience in the UPS industry, we think we can do a better job in terms of storage and grid integration. Also, the net zero and the compliances in terms of climate action, like such as CBAM and net zero, is also going to only push the renewable industry and the penetration of renewable technologies into the grid furthermore. So, like Nachapan sir was saying, the round-the-clock power is something which is gaining increased importance and traction, because behind the meter or during the peak hour consumption, given the nature of solar, wind, and storage, we believe RTC power, including pumped hydro, is also going to be a very important deployment in green RTC power. and the sustainability and environmental mandates which are getting more stricter and stricter, and it will become a mandatory compliance very soon. So these are again going to have a very pivotal influence in the adoption of solar, and we believe with our increased focus in the export markets, we should definitely capture a reasonable amount of market share in terms of revenues. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are excited to definitely grow this company in a more sustainable and organic way. Thank you for your attention once again. Now I leave the mic to my colleague, Ms. Mrinalini, who will be talking about SHPV manufacturing division.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for being present today. So I'll just give a few brief highlights about SWELECT HHV Solar Photovoltaics Private Limited, which is a 100% step-down subsidiary of the listed entity, which is a solar module manufacturing facility, and we call it SHPV in short. And as you know, we inaugurated the facility last year. So yeah, so an overall overview about the company, as ND said, our installed capacity is at 1 gigawatt, also taking into account that it is TOPCon modules that we'll be producing in the future, which are higher efficiency and higher wattage. As per ALMM, we are being listed as 627 megawatt. Currently, we have a major market presence in the south, and we have also started in north, west, and east as well. We've aggressively started marketing there and penetrating the market there. The company, we are a world-class manufacturing facility on par with any of the international facilities, and proudly we can say it is one of the best in India. It's a 100% clean room facility with more than 95% automation. In the entire line, there is only one station where there is a manual intervention. Otherwise, it's a completely automated line. Built on a very strong team expertise, best-in-class raw materials, high-quality standards, and the entire system runs on a backbone of systems and processes with tools such as SAP, MES, and various other soft and hard process automation tools. So overall performance of SHPV this year, last year has been 192 crores of turnover with an EBITDA of 17.97, which with a margin of 9.32%. So one of the some of the key milestones for the factory has been we've been enlisted in empaneled with ALMM with 627 megawatt production capacity. We now have the full range of products, the complete bucket of products, along with the certifications, which helps us qualify for various tenders and high-value projects, as well as for the export market. We have onboarded a few key white labeling customers, which ensures that there is definite capacity utilization by the facility. We have IMS certification, and we have also launched a very successful in-house program last year, which is called Project Impact. ACT to Impact. ACT stands for Advancement, Compliance, and Tidiness, through which we ensure that the entire skill development, in-house skill development is taken up as one of the major targets, along with compliance, certifications, driving the entire company by systems and processes, as well as when we say tidiness, it is basically 5S. So these are the key milestones for the last year. So if you look at the project range, what we have at this point, if we go by cell technology, we have both monoPERC and TOPCon N-type. And then if you go by the matrices, then we have from 108X matrix, which is the small format modules, suitable for the export market, especially the European market, up to 156X matrix, which is suitable for the ground mount projects, the utility scale and the huge multi 100 megawatt market. And all other sizes in between, which is suitable for residential pumping as well as the rooftop markets. And if we go by the back cover protection, we have glass to white backsheet, we have glass to transparent backsheet, and glass to glass modules, so which enables us to be both ready for monofacial and bifacial modules. And then by policy, if we say aligning with the Government of India's policy such as the PM Kusum scheme, the rooftop scheme. We have DCR modules. And then for the regular market, we have the non-DCR modules, which is using imported cells. And for the export market, especially the US, we have the traceable cell modules as well. So this way you see that we have the complete range of products in our company, as well as ready for every market, both global and the domestic market. And these are the various certifications we have. Some of them are basic that are required to sell in, sell in India and globally, as well as few other certifications which add a value to the product, and which customers also see a value in us through these certifications. Apart from that, we have ROHS. We are one of the few companies that are getting the BE enlistment even before it is becoming mandatory. We have the ALMM enlistment as well as all the 3 IMS. Next slide. Yeah. So some of the market challenges that we had last year is that, as you all know, that there is a severe price volatility. When we first started the plant, just to give an idea, when we first started the plant, the price was at, our first invoice was at something like 29 rupees per watt. And today the prices have dropped drastically owing to various international issues, markets, that we are, the prices have come to less than half of what we started with. Of course, the raw material prices have also changed accordingly, so which helps us protect our interests as well as the customer interests. And because of the price volatility, there has been a wait and watch attitude in the market. People expect prices to drop, so they want to wait for some more time before they go ahead. And there have been changes in government policies, certain uncertainties, both within India and abroad, which has led to certain challenges in the sales. Apart from that, with India booming with manufacturing, module manufacturing, there have been challenges in terms of hiring, especially the blue collar resources, where we need good skilled people to run the line. So these have been the various challenges that have been thrown at SWELECT, at SHPV. But we have also been quite resilient, and these have been our strategic responses. So for supply chain, we have a good supply chain resilience with both domestic and overseas vendors onboarded and certified. And some of the, we have long-term contracts, which means that there is a good price protection in place. So that protects our prices. And as a buffer, we also have good amount of internal ETC and captive consumption. And we have been taking up aggressive cost reduction activities, as well as quite an aggressive training and development program to develop our local resources so that they stay with us. And this is also part of our Project Impact Advancement Program. Yeah, next slide, please. So some of the initiatives that we have taken are the new initiatives. Yes, we are in line with the market requirements. So we also have our TOPCon and N-type modules launched. Our quality systems are artificial intelligence enabled. We have our own in-house reliability lab. So which means that all the quality tests, the reliability tests can happen in-house. We are under way for fire certification. And we are also, we'll be getting our STS audit done, which is one of the most stringent audits that are required, that a factory can undergo to check its processes, systems, and quality systems. And as sustainability initiatives, we also have initiated the ENMS, which is Energy Management System, because we are in the renewable space and are energy conscious. And we are also working with a few institutions on solar panel recycling. And we are working with a couple of startups on agrivoltaics as well. And as part of our ESG commitment, we are very proud to say we have 33% women workforce in the company, including the shop floor. And we are targeting at least one whole shift to be run only by women. And at the same time, achieving at least 50% women workforce through the factory. And currently, we are at 50% usage of solar power for our production line for the factory, and we are targeting 100. And especially with RTC, we are pretty sure we will get there. And we have also initiated our in-house waste management system. And we have our in-house water treatment plant. Apart from that, as an expansion, we have the sanction under the Tamil Nadu guidance scheme, and we'll be expanding, adding another 1 gigawatt of module line, as well as a cell line. So this gives us a better resilience, especially in terms of cell. The future outlook. So we are looking at improving our capacity utilization. That is definitely the first focus for the entire company. And expansion into the US, Middle East, and Singapore market is again something that we've taken up aggressively for this year. And new products, as well as after we finish the phase 1 of our reliability lab, we'll be adding our phase 2 of reliability lab, which means that full-fledged certification testing can happen within the premises, which gives a lot of confidence to the customers in terms of the quality and on-field performance of the module. And when you look at what are our goals, market presence, product innovation, this year we want to get into the innovation and get into R&D consciously, and as always, maintaining financial stability in both top line and bottom line growth. So thank you all for your attention and support during the presentation. As you can see, SWELECT is built on strong fundamentals driven by robust systems and processes. With our focus on quality and technological innovation, we ensure that we deliver premium yet competitive products and services to our customers. And we are committed to careful and strategic expansion to ensure sustainable growth, not just growth, but sustainable growth and continual improvement. And we appreciate your continued confidence and support as we work towards achieving our goals. And thank you very much.
Now I request Dr. S. Vidian to deliver his speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. And so we had a wonderful presentation from the executive directors about the performance of the company. And I just add a little bit about the quality aspects. And SWELECT is manufacturing high quality solar photovoltaic modules. And these modules are fully certified for American and European and Asian markets. And the cells are from tier 1 suppliers, and superior specification of all new materials, and 40 plus in-house quality check in the production line, and in various various sectors, and there is a quality check is happening, and excellent clean room facility of about 40,000 square feet area, and it is fully automated production line. And interestingly, here the mono P-type, monofacial and bifacial cells are used, and it is more efficient. And since the efficiency is high, and the area of the power plant, it is considerably reduced. Normally for 1 megawatt area, and it needs about 4 to 5 acres of land. So when we go for this highly efficient cells and modules, and definitely the area will be considerably reduced, and naturally the cost also will come down. And with regard to the CSR activity, I'm really it is interesting to know the company undertakes a corporate social responsibility activity to the public for improving the education and environment and rural development, healthcare, and women empowerment, etc. And interestingly, the company was awarded with a lot of awards, that is Solar Award 2023 and National Awards for Excellence 2023 and Global Manufacturing Leadership Award 2023 and MSME Excellence Award 2024. And the company is having good goals for the future, and particularly in the R&D area, that is research and development, and particularly on energy storage, electrical energy storage, and the company is having great vision to explore the possibilities of doing this R&D work in the area of energy storage. The same way, the reliability. So conducting reliability study for each and every component of the system. So the reliability lab is going to be established and intensive research is going to happen. And and with this, I just stop. And thank you for your listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. M. Ravi to deliver his speech.
Good evening to you all. See, what I have observed from this presentation is the company has performed very well. Particularly, it has exceeded more than 100% in PV module sales compared to last year. But JMD, Mr. Balan was telling that EPC contract that has come down because of the factors like election, and definitely they are going to increase the EPC in the coming quarters. See, 29 years already passed. See, in any company, the growth is very important because the investors' trust should be maintained. See, 29 years, like a 29 steps, it has already crossed. Those steps are only vertical. You may be seeing in any staircase, after 6 or 7 steps, there will be a pause for rest. But this SWELECT Energy Systems Limited has never paused. It is growing up vertically. Definitely what I feel is with the value additions and empowerment of customers, the expertise and state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities and dedicated leadership with professionalism. It will grow very well and it will not disappoint the expectations of the investors. It empowers the customers to stay. When the sun shines, you become powerful. Not only that, thereafter also you become powerful. That is the kind of empowerment this SWELECT energy system assures you all. Definitely, it will grow up. That is what my observation. So the investors do not worry about anything. There is no need for any apprehensions. Thank you for your patience and listening.
Thank you, Dr. Ravi, for your short and sweet speech. Some 13 shareholders have registered themselves as speakers at this meeting for queries on the company's operations and the annual accounts for the financial year 23-24. The company has provided the links to the shareholders by email. We suggest that members confine their questions to the company's operations and the annual accounts for the year 23-24. In the interest of time, and with a view to giving adequate opportunity to all the registered speakers, we request the members to be judicious in the use of time in expressing their views. The maximum time limit of 3 to 4 minutes has been fixed for each shareholder to raise their queries. We also request the speaker shareholders do not ask their repeated questions. We will be pleased to provide any clarification that the members may require regarding the accounts and operations of the company during the year 23-24. We now request the speaker shareholders to express their views and comments. The names of the registered shareholders will be announced one by one. The respective shareholder is requested to click on the link provided by the company and must allow camera and use internet at a good speed to avoid any disturbance. Question by shareholders, 3 to 4 minutes each. Name of the shareholder, Mr. Pratiksha Doshi. DPID number IN 300 126 109 36050.
The first speaker is not joined, sir. You can move to the second one.
Okay. Name of the shareholder, Mr. Satish Chandra S. Doshi. DPID client ID IN 300 126 109 36033. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Satish.
Yeah, I'm Hitesh Doshi, sir. My father is little unwell and he requested me to join the meeting and ask you questions. Good afternoon to all of you and thank you so much for one good year of performance. So we have sent the questions. Should we read it again or? And we have one or two additional questions. So should we read the additional questions or all of them?
The additional questions.
Sorry.
This, we have not received any questions from you.
Okay, so I'll ask.
Yeah.
Number one, what is peak asset turnover in our module manufacturing plant and when can it be reached? What are normal operating margins on modules manufacturing at good capacity utilization? And also the utilization is based on 1 gigawatt capacity or ALMM capacity. How much cell line capacity we are planning and by when? Number two, can you provide details on the price differences between domestic and Chinese modules as well as current sale prices? Additionally, are we considering establishing a cell manufacturing plant in India or will we continue to import cells? I think that you have mentioned, but how much capacity? Given our strength in the rooftop solar business, how will we benefit from PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana? Number four, what is our strategy to grow our AMC business? Number five, module manufacturing business has seen product obsolescence and technology changes. How long do you see our technology to remain competitive and what strategies do we have to in place to mitigate any risk? How strong we are in the non-southern states and how are we planning to increase our presence there? Which part of our current portfolio can really be scaled up in next 3-4 years given the market opportunity and SWELECT's competitive edge? What was capex done last 2 years in areas other than module manufacturing business and what will be asset turnover from that capex going forward? And the last question, can you elaborate on the revision of our borrowing capacity from 400 to 750 crore and how we are planning to utilizing additional funds? Based on the presentation, one or two things. In the presentation, we have mentioned that we have produced 197 million units under IPP in last year. And I think you are guided for extra 2 million units. So is it some wrong understanding or are we planning more than 2 million units incremental going forward? What could be the upside or potential revenue in case our proof of concept in round the clock energy supplier is accepted by and got approved? And some more light on alternative green energy thing which we are talking about. Yeah, thanks and wish you all the best.
The address now. Yeah, okay. So today, because of capacity utilization, yes, we will definitely try to utilize the maximum possible, but the company is not really important and but we are not going to start the quality, we are able to increase the line capacity because we have 1 gigawatt can enhance the current line by adding more line machinery. So that way we will definitely try to achieve the best possible. In terms of price, there is always a constant pressure from the international players, more particularly from Chinese origin, because they have built excess capacity more than what China requires, and since the US and different other countries block them, so they have still an opportunity to dump between different countries, but India is one of them, so there will be always a price war. Then, in terms of cell line, if the company is aiming at getting into the PLI at the earliest possible, if we have to get into the PLI, definitely the cell line has to be minimum 1 gigawatt. So if we have a module line of 1 gigawatt and a cell line 1 gigawatt, then we'll be eligible for 500 megawatt of PLI eligibility wise. So we are having that as a target to achieve. And then the timelines, yes, it is at least 1 to 2 years think of that, and we have to find a more reliable wafer supply partner. That is very, very critical. So we are in the process of finding a right wafer supplier, because it's not just the wafer alone. The wafer supplier should be a foundry himself. But what I mean is a semiconductor fab. So we are, in the process of identifying one. And then the price of, sales, etc., wafer, etc., it is all dynamic, extremely dynamic. So it depends on the market conditions and how government is going to provide us the safeguarding of those. So one side we want to import the wafers, at the same time we want protection from the module point. It is also, from the government standpoint, also it is getting little complex, but we will find a solution depending on the situation from time to time. And then we talked about PM Suryagar. If you look at the list announced by PM, SWELECT name stood first because of our extensive rooftop presence in the country. But again, it's a policy, it should percolate down right from CERC to the nodal agencies to the discoms to the end users, and the end users financing options. There are many things to happen, but the concept has been already seeded. Things should sprout, in time. Then, we talk about the strategy on AMC. Certainly, we are a customer-centric and service-oriented company. So AMC revenue should increase as we complete more and more customer EPCs. And then the product excellence side, yes, we have gone through one cycle of product excellence in Bangalore facility, because the cell size from 156.75 mm has now changed to 182 square mm, and in time to come, it should go to 210 mm. But the present line augmented is capable of adapting itself with little modifications for the next higher size of cells. And then the expansion in the regional market, yes, we are in the process of appointing, or we have appointed one national distributor and increasing our presence. And you may be wondering why we have not expanded fast. Recently only we have completed all the certification. By the time we completed the certification for monofacial, bifacial modules became more important. When we talk about bifacial, then glass to glass is becoming more important. Then that means the certification is getting stretched, but we got all the certification done and we are ready for the market. And then you talked about capex. Yes, last year we have been doing quite a bit of capex because our IPP capacity has increased quite significantly. Also, working capital requirements are increasing. So I'm not linking working capital here because your question was largely on capex. So capex is in the manufacturing line, expansion of our Salem sixth track of module manufacturing racks, also a couple of IPPs. So then that is combined with the borrowing, and why the borrowing has increased. Both are combined together. And then we talked about, you talked about the IPP and the number of million units, but it's a continual process, that, and company has a major target of, increasing our IPP presence strongly. And as we grow in the IPP space, we are definitely getting into, the next question is an extension of that. RTC is very important because the entire world, entire country, we are all looking at, supporting customers for their net zero achievement. When we talk about net zero achievement, RTC is very, very important aspect. And we are certainly ahead of time to, get into the RTC space. If any of the points are not covered, Saitesh, we can always send by email. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next shareholder, Mr. M. Murugesan. DPID client ID 120-109-000-2064-091. Mr. M. Murugesan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. At the outset, I want to thank the management for multiplying the shareholders' wealth in the last 2-3 years while drawing very low salary, and I am sure the best is yet to come. I have following few questions. How the fall in price of solar panels affected the company? How many shifts it is operating presently? Expansion already, the MD has explained. How the Chinese competition is affecting? Impact of the recent budget. See, in one of the presentations, it was told that through IPP, company recorded a sale of 95.4 crores during 23-24. What is the share of the company? Next question is, bottom line is substantially supported by other income. When the core operation will contribute substantially to the profit after tax. The last question is, the stock is sort of rather illiquid and thinly traded. What about stock split, say 5:1? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. In terms of number of ships, we are right now operating 2 ships. As the market picks up, we'll go for the 3rd ship. But whenever there were demands, we have been operating the 3rd ship to see that the people comfort at the plant continuous operation by 24/7 all have been verified. So expansion is just a matter of time, and as the market improves, we will do that. Expansion, we have already explained. Chinese competition, it is always there in all the fields, so we should know how to overcome the Chinese price pressure. It is a challenge in all the fields, so we are managing that, and we are systematically overcoming that. And then the budget impact, if you look at, there are certain small tax rebates or duty concessions for the Tabor Schenger equipment and some of the specific line equipment. But since we have already bought all those items, it might not help us immediately, but it's for the future it might. And then IPP revenue increase, yes, it's again a continual process. We have to put in more money. And then, we are also looking for PE funds and other cost-effective, interest-effective funds to improve our IPP presence. And the bottom line, yes, you are right, because last year bottom line was partly supported by the sale of our discontinued activities, that is Amex Foundries. But coming towards core business, yes, certainly, that is our focus. And personally, as a professional myself, as an engineer and a business technocrat, I'm now fully available for SWELECT's core business activity, and together we form a strong team to improve that. And then stock split, etc. It's a question of board's decision. We will think about that. Thank you so much.
Next shareholder is Mr. N. Prakash Chand Galada. Mr. N. Prakash Chand Galada.
Yes, sir.
Going forward, it's very important. These are all the machines that have been installed to catch up to the future market requirements. So earlier we used to make up to 2.4 meter, and this
Hello.
Hello.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Hello, this is Prakash Galada here.
Yes. Yeah. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm speaking on audio only, but you are able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There are many ways of energy development of late, including whether it is earlier or this thing of solar, and now it is batteries and lithium and so many things. So energy after energy types are coming, which will survive, which will be not harmful. That is what we'll have to see. Solar seems to be non-harmful and mostly going to be without much of expenses except for maintaining the solar cells. That is what is our feeling. But you are technical people, you know better whether to change to other types of energy like battery, which keeps coming in various makes and various this thing, then there will be a short supply quite likely, and there will be a competition also in a big way, and the disposal will be a very major problem. That is what I feel. with this, I'll request you to have a hybrid meeting of late. If it is possible, have it even a physical meeting altogether. We have been having a very good interaction as well as our family get together. It used to be like, because of the good atmosphere we had in Chennai at Savera Hotel every year. We used to have a good interaction and good understanding about our company itself. And we are continuing to be a shareholder and continue for at a long period without any break. We wish that you will look into the hospitality also. Thank you. I'll close.
Thank you, Mr. Galada. So you touched upon on the very important aspects of energy storage and the mechanism to recycle wherever possible and reuse wherever possible, and also in case if it is going to be a disposal, then it's going to be a challenge. These are your concerns. Thank you for touching on those important aspects. The company has a core business as solar. We are a manufacturing company. That is what is our fundamental. As an extension of our energy generation program, as an extension of our green energy support to the industries, C&I and various other applications. So we'll be exploring the batteries that are less harmful to the mother environment, our environment, and then it becomes a disposal friendly. That way we'll be avoiding, to the extent possible, for example, materials like cadmium, materials like lead, all those things will not be entertained by us so much. But we will be seeing, we've been finding the suitable, recyclable, easy to recycle raw materials based batteries. And disposal, yes, we are talking to very leading organizations from Scandinavia and Australia. And also there is one entity from South Africa as to how to recycle, be prepared to recycle the solar cells as well as the other electronic waste. Thank you, Mr. Galada. Certainly, as you said, we are all missing the personal meetings. So hopefully next year onwards, we can meet in person. Thank you.
Next shareholder, Mr. Pratiksha Doshi. Pratiksha Doshi.
Hello. First of all, congratulations on the very good result. And I'm really sorry because of technical glitch, I could not log in before. So the couple of questions that I have. First of all, what levels of turnover capacity utilization and asset turnover can we anticipate from a new module manufacturing plant? Second, can you provide the top line and margin for our different businesses like solar PV manufacturing, module mounting structure, energy storage systems, solar water pumping, IPP projects, etc.? Third, what is the working capital cycle of solar EPC, module manufacturing, electrical BOS businesses? Fourth, what percentage of modules we manufacture will be used internally for our EPC business? Fifth, are we looking to establish our own solar parks in future? And sixth, which part of our current portfolio can really be scaled up in the next 3-4 years, given the market opportunity and SWELECT's competitive advantage? And also, can you also talk on energy storage solutions a little more? Yeah, those are the questions from my side.
Before we proceed with the reply, may you know your good name, please?
Pratiksha Doshi.
Huh?
Pratiksha Doshi.
Number 7. Lady. Number 7. Lady. Somebody is.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And you talked about the capacity and turnover. Given the current industry situation, if we go up to, for example, if we reach a 500 megawatt capacity, so the turnover can be 20 rupees per watt peak, so times 500 megawatt. So that means it can go up to, it can go up to 1,000 crores. That's the best case situation, but we have to work towards reaching that. And in terms of modules and MMS, etc. So MMS is also definitely contributing the top line, and there we talk about almost like 2 rupees to 2 rupees 10 paise per watt peak. So again, times the capacity we sell, that is going to decide the turnover. And the business cycle times in terms of EPC, if customer provides us the land and approvals all coming from customers, if we have to do only the EPC, the business cycle can be anywhere between 60 and 90 days for a 10 megawatt capacity. If the customer insists that we have to find a land, we have to find the right of way and transmission line and substation, etc., the business cycle can extend up to even 180 days. That's the longest, but it is happening because of the right of way issues and availability of substation bay and things like that. So we are putting our best efforts and also adding specialists in the area of acquiring lands and also to help us work with the authorities for the transmission line related topics. Then the percentage of allocation, if you talk about, so roughly we have almost 50% of the production to go to EPC and our IPP. Channel distribution and customer EPC is almost like 20-25% to IPP, and the balance we are looking at exports. Then solar pumps, yes, we are fully ready with the solar pumps. As you all know, in the past we have done more than 3,500 solar pumps in Rajasthan, almost 1,000 pumps in Uttar Pradesh and different parts of the country. So that is, we are waiting for the opportunity to do more to contribute towards the solar pumps. But we are aligning with all the leading pump companies that are qualified with MNRE. Then the otherwise market segment for different verticals, it is not like any other project or product where there is a definite volume is available like auto industry or a UPS industry or a computer industry. Unfortunately, the energy market, because it's all taking shape only now, largely depending on government and the funding opportunities, because the solar program and energy generating infrastructure is on high cost revenues. So we are looking at the opportunities, but companies having enough focus and resilience to take up the market growth strongly. On the energy storage side, yes, we are talking about solar plus battery based hybrid, wind plus solar plus battery hybrid. And as we build excess capacity in the space of solar, we might even think of going with green hydrogen in time to come, but not immediately. The company is definitely having all kinds of market analysis, surveys, and all the technology requirements. We are studying many things. So we will take one at a time and then rapidly grow in the market. If there are any other items, probably you can send a mail. We will reply by email. Thank you.
Next shareholder is Mr. Prabjot Singh Sahani.
He is not joined, sir.
Okay. Next one is Mr. S. Batmanabhan.
Not joined, sir. He is also not joined.
Okay. Next shareholder is Mr. P. Gopal.
Mr. Gopal sir also not joined.
Okay. Next shareholder is Ms. Vandana G.
No, sir, not joined.
Next one is Mr. Kapil Chopra.
No, sir, not joined.
Mr. A.V. Mani Sundaram.
Yes, sir, he is available.
Please go ahead.
Are you audible, sir?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you audible?
You are
Yes, sir,
audible.
you are
We can hear you. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. SWELECT Energy 29th AGM video conference. I am very happy to attend this meeting by means of video conference because after COVID, lot of companies conducting hybrid meeting, and also I welcome Mr. Chellappan, Chairman, Company Secretary, Directors, and fellow shareholders. Indian manufacturing competitor with SWELECT Energy and China competitors. You are talented and tallied the tough market in the industry. The solar energy have full year is manufacturing current energy, but windmill it is a seasonal one. Hydro project is also seasonal one. In central government budget, any advantage for our solar energy? Please follow it, sir. And also power production and battery storage EPC also should be carefully and also very good in manner. Any expanding plan in this industry, and any persons want to installing solar energy, please give me a chance to what is the estimate and have a shareholder meet get together, sir. Please consider hospitality, dry fruits or sweet bucks who are attend the meeting by means of video conference. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. You have asked all the questions, whatever we have answered already. The questions are repeat in nature, both in terms of budget, in terms of energy storage, expansion, all have been already explained. Just for your information, certainly we are looking at energy storage as a next item for our expansion. Capacity addition is already discussed about. The budget is favorable, slightly favorable for the new expansion activities. For the already expanded activities, the budget is not so much in favor, but it is not harsh. It's okay. So the other items of hospitality, etc., we will discuss, sir. Thank you so much.
Next shareholder, Mr. Hardik Indramar Jain.
Yes, sir. He's available.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Jain.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So thanks for the opportunity. I have a few questions. Some of the questions are already been answered, so I'm not repeating them. So first question is regarding the capacity utilization. So just wanted to understand, in last you mentioned that PV module sale was 25 megawatt and MMS sale was around 100 megawatt. So is my understanding correct that PV module is running at some 5% capacity utilization and MMS at around 20% utilization? If that understanding is correct, then what kind of utilization ramp up we expect over next couple of years, given such a large opportunity in India? So that's the first question regarding the capacity utilization. Secondly, you have given in the presentation revenue for different segment like PV module, MMS, and EPC and IPP. But when we see the console revenue, it is 242 crores. So obviously some PV and MMS revenue would be repeating in EPC business. So if you can give the net revenue, that would really help us. And also in all these four segments like PV module, MMS, EPC, and IPP, if you can give the separate EBITDA margin, how much we do. My next question is if you can give some, if you have some order book on hand, if you can provide some order book for next year in separate businesses. My next question is regarding the solar cell. You have mentioned that we may go for 1 gigawatt capacity. So for that, how much capex would be required? My next question is in the battery energy storage system. What would be the cost per megawatt, and will this also require a separate capex, or our existing plant can cater to that opportunity? And my last two questions. So one is on the IPP business for FY24. How much was the capacity and how much capacity addition is going to happen next year? And my last question is under the PM Surya Ghar Yojana, the opportunity is big. So what will be our role? Will we be a EPC player or just provide the products, or we going to invest also? Those were my questions. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Jane, with regards to capacity, I think the presentation was so very clear. The module facility, since the certification process all got achieved last year during the course of the year, and we are now all set to launch our modules for different markets. So already we have crossed more than 30% of our 25 to 30% capacity during this year, and we are ramping up the capacity. Module MMS side, if you look at our installed capacity is 500 megawatt, we are already 250 plus or 300 megawatt plus during the last year, because last year, middle of the year only, we got the 6th track installation done. That is track 5 and 6 was done only last year during the middle of the year. So this year we'll have a full capacity available. Then you talked about consolidated finances. If you look at consolidated finances, because IMX, the first tranche was completed on the 18th of March. As per the LODR requirements and the reporting regulations, maybe 150 crores stood completely outside the books. Otherwise, that 150 crores would have been reflected in the consolidated financials. That is point number one. And point number two, SHPV has done 192 crores of module turnaround, and rightly absorbed by you, they all consumed, got into the elimination process. That is why the consolidated solar top line remained as 248. So your observation is right, sir. And but if you accumulate all the entities independently before elimination, we have crossed 700 crores, just for information. Then the order book position, certainly we are looking, we are getting more and more inquiries. White labeling plus our own SWELECT GP Solar brand sales. Certainly it is looking brighter this year. And next is the solar cell expansion. We have already enlisted inside the guidance program of Tamil Nadu government, and overall capex of 500 crores is what is envisaged for the cell line creation and then the additional IPP creation for the year. Then you talked about BIS and cost per megawatt, etc. Because one is relating to that, you talked about capex and so on. But normally we do BIS combined with solar mostly for the customer requirements, because customers also want to have their own solar assets combined with BIS for their own RTCs, because they want to achieve net zero on their own. So their capex is on the side. And for our model plant BS or our IPP BSS, it depends on the configuration and the capacity, because it is still very early to commit on the prices, because we are still evaluating whether to go for a flow cell approach, completely lithium ion, or any other technology. So we are in the process of still identifying the real technology. But the first one, the first wind solar test hybrid is going to be with lithium ion batteries. Maybe in time next quarter or quarter after next, you will know the budget for that. But we are already doing the solar wind integration. The work is ongoing now, right now. And then you talked about additional capacity in the IPP space. We are looking at a minimum of 200 megawatt of addition in the IPP space. And then PM solar, yes, most important is PM solar is it's for the home application largely. And our home segment approach is through our partners. So we are empowering partners, both in terms of bandwidth and then their reach, to address more and more households, because as a company, to going and knocking every house door is very difficult for the company directly. That is why we have appointed more distributors and empowering them, even with financing options, to go to the home segment. So, and it's very important that we have to have more channel meet and empower them, educate them and support them, which we have already started. 2-3 distributor meets have happened. Even I personally attended one of those, and our distributors are quite motivated. So we will be accelerating that program. If any other thing is left out, sir, kindly drop us a mail. Thank you so much.
Next shareholder is Mr. J. Abhishek.
Yes, sir. He is available.
Mr. Abhishek, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So my name is Abhishek, shareholder of the company. My DPID IN 301637. Client ID is 41359155. So first of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meetings. I trust all is well with you and your family. In this challenging situation, our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest brands in the respective segment. Sir, I would like to know as of date how many employees are there in the company, sir? Then what are the steps being taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? I would like to know from you, sir. Then I would request the management to kindly arrange for a planned visit for the investor fraternity, sir. Then we can see that the company has outperformed and being rewarding the minority shareholders in large numbers. The EPS is excellent, sir, but the return on equity, it is quite low. What steps have been taken by the management to improve the same? Return on equity is 6.54. So what steps have been taken by the management? I would like to know from you, sir. Then I would request the management to kindly consider hybrid AGMs in the years to come, because most of the shareholders are not able to join because of the digital challenges in this virtual platform. So if you can conduct hybrid AGMs in the years to come, more number of participants can join you in the meeting. You can get the valuable points, suggestion, and ideas that will be helpful for the management to empower in the future. Sir, local shareholders can join you physically, pan-India shareholders can join you virtually. So nothing much to ask, sir. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. Then one more shareholder, Mr. P. Jaychan. Kindly allow him to join from the same device, sir. There is some technical glitch. Actually, his name is not being called till now. So if you can allow him from the same device, he'll participate from the same device. Just a second, sir.
Abhishek, Mr. Abhishek, let's complete one by one first. So you were traveling in Vande Bharat, I think. The speed is more than Vande Bharat. Really too fast. It's very good. Actually, you are time conscious. Thank you so much. The number of employees in the group, if you look at, that is the subsidiaries plus the listed company, we are just 500 plus. And the legal compliance wise, we are fully compliant with regards to all the aspects of the safety, environment, and the package. And then the audit program, compliance wise, we are all good. Certainly, auditors have given 0 observations and no qualifications. Plant visit, certainly we love to have all our stakeholders to come and visit and appreciate the plant, both in Coimbatore and Salem. So maybe we can work on the plant visit. And then the EPS side, okay, but your observation on the return on equity, I think, we have been investing, and fixed cost to realization of turnover, you have observed certainly in the balance sheet. Fixed cost to turnover is not yet to the required base mark, because we have been training people, we have invested in the property, and the facility, advanced machinery, certification process took a while, and so on. So that means fixed cost will take over on a higher percentage in terms of returns on the investment. So in time to come, it will all be overcome, and the company will definitely, we are also equally keen that every rupee invested multiplies itself. So we'll work on the revenue generation carefully, Mr. Abhishek. Now you can give it to Mr. Chand, please. Is Mr. Chand with you?
Yes, sir.
Abhishek?
Good
Yeah,
evening, sir. Sir. Yes, it is done, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good evening, respected chairman, board of directors, secretary and his team, and my fellow shareholders. First of all, I congratulate the management for giving me the opportunity. Sir, the only grievance of the shareholders is they expect a better dividend and appreciation of share price. Sir, I also request that the company, the management should not let down the shareholders. We have been with thick and thin along with the management, sir. Sir, we are the shareholders, proud shareholders of the company from the day one of the IPO, sir. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being a long-term investor. Thank you so much. So we don't thank only the long-term investors, also the new investors. Thank you all. So in terms of dividend, etc., as the company performance improves, certainly we will, because you know very well the retained profits are carefully deployed back in terms of our capex and investment for the future. In any case, your point is well respected, and we will take care of the dividend distribution, to a better level in the coming coming years. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Okay, we'll proceed with our agenda items. The voting results will be declared along with the scrutinizer's report within 2 working days from the conclusion of this meeting, and will be placed on the website of the company and on the website of CDSL. The same will be communicated to the stock exchanges, namely BSE Limited and the NSE Limited. As there is no other business to be transacted, I declare the meeting as closed. I thank you all for your cooperation in ensuring the smooth conduct of the meeting. Now I invite Madam Jayashree Nachepan to give a vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. No duty is more urgent than giving thanks or returning thanks. So I am here to perform that duty of proposing the vote of thanks of this 29th AGM. I would like to congratulate the Chairman, Managing Director, and the board members for conducting today's meeting successfully. I take this opportunity to thank all the shareholders for being with us, for investing with us, shown trust with us. My sincere gratitude to all those who supported us, who provided us professional guidance and support throughout the year. The auditors, legal counsel, scrutinizer, RTA Cameo Corporate Services, bankers, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, SEBI, and Stock Exchange. My heartfelt thanks to all our distributors, suppliers, customers, and our able and dedicated SWELECT staff for their contribution towards the development of SWELECT. Thank you, CDSL, for making this virtual meeting happen. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you all.